untreated heartburn or acid reflux can lead to cancer, which is pretty crazy. If you want a way to force your body to permanently stop acid reflux and heartburn in 48 hours, click the link in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
The question, can I get asthma because of Gerd and Gastritis? Answer by Leanne Heisey. Gerd, not biopsy-proven gastritis, and asthma are often seen together. See, is there a relationship between Gerd and asthma? Although the true relationship isn't clear. In those not having the typical acid burn symptoms, inserting pH probe S into the esophagus can document acid reflux from the stomach into the esophagus. Thus we presume further upwards and then into the airways, precipitating a reflex contraction of the airways to prevent further acid entry into the airways. It has also been clearly shown that prescribing very strong acid suppressors, proton pump inhibitors, didn't result in any improvement. See this meta-analysis, the efficacy of proton pump inhibitors for the treatment of asthma in adults. A meta-analysis. Proton pump inhibitor therapy in adults with asthma results in a small, statistically significant improvement in morning pep rate. The magnitude of this improvement, however, is unlikely to be of meaningful clinical significance. There is insufficient evidence to recommend empirical use of PPIs for routine treatment of asthma. So the usual lifestyle modification against reflux can be tried, and this being the most comfortable but very expensive solution, an electrical totally adjustable bed with remote control. Avoid meds that can induce reflux like the in Europe obsolete theophylline. Have heard that they are still being prescribed in the US. Answer by Jane Watson. I do not know about getting asthma from Gerd, but you can get lung damage from untreated Gerd. I have had some breathing issues and was sent to a respirologist, and in our consultation, without me offering the information, he knew I was suffering from Gerd. Apparently when lying down, the acid from your stomach, which is worse if you eat anything at least 3 hours before bed, can back up if the sphincter is not working at top performance, and can seep back up from your stomach into your esophagus and into your lungs and cause damage. Your stomach acid is very strong, as it can eat right through your stomach to cause an ulcer, so it can also do damage to other tissues in the trachea, esophagus and lungs. Asthma is a form of COPD, which stands for chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and there are lots of other things that can contribute to this. I have had problem with Gerd for years and was always told to put the head of the bed up 6 inches at least. I had been just putting more pillows under my head, but this time I did put the head of my bed up, and it really does make a difference. Your head is higher than your feet, so it is like keeping the fluids down, and it is much harder for them to run uphill with the bed up. You can get a set of risers, they call them, at some medical stores, and I just put the risers in under the head of the bed, not the bottom. It will seem funny the first night when you go to bed, but it is not even noticeable now. That, and as I say, do not eat 3 hours before bed so there is not a lot of acid churning your food around you, will greatly help. If it doesn't, maybe see your doctor for some medication, but you do not want to leave it, as it can cause permanent damage. Whether it can cause enough damage to cause asthma, I think you would have to talk to your doctor, but don't wait that long. There are many medications on TH market that your doctor could maybe write a prescription for that helps your Gerd also. Answer by Robert Wolverton. Technically no, but it's possible to have asthma-like symptoms, such as a persistent, dry cough, for which esophageal reflux is a possible cause.